I am Johnny Massacre and welcome to my world. May your stay here be interesting. Tonight, Donald Trump is about to make an announcement live at the White House. There's loads of rumors doing the rounds now on X saying this is going to be some kind of big news. So it's been delayed, but I'm going to be waiting for Donald Trump to appear to make this announcement live from the White House. What we thinking, people? What we thinking? Please feel free to join me in watching this live announcement with the Trumpster. Lots and lots of people waiting for this online. Thousands of people waiting to see what Donald Trump is going to announce from the Oval Office. He's brought a whole bunch of the press down there. Oh, Lord of mercy. Everyone's talking about this, bruv. Breaking 911 on X says President Donald Trump, the Trumpster, is set to make an announcement today from the White House Oval Office. The topic of the address has not been disclosed.
Yellow says, John Bolton having a bad day today.
He certainly is, my man. How you doing, Purple and Yellow? You ready to play some Night Rain in a bit? So we're just going to be chilling until we get this announcement from Trump. In the meantime, let me know what you think this announcement is going to be, bruv. I haven't even really thought about it, to be completely honest. I do wonder. What do you think it could be? Lindell TV says Trump making waves with White House announcement. Oh, Lord of mercy. What could it be? Various news channels right now with live footage of the White House waiting for the Trumpster to appear. Myself included. The media could not be played. Oh, Lord of mercy. Is my stream down on X? Wouldn't be surprised. Donald Trump about to make this announcement. How is everybody doing? What are you up to? What are you up to, my friends? Please let me know what you're doing. We've got 5 concurrent viewers. It is Friday night. Well, it's Friday in the United States. It's actually Saturday morning right now in Tokyo, 1:22 a.m. And I've got you with today's news regarding the Trumpster. Oh, Lord. The Trumpster, whoa, the Trumpster, whoa. He's gonna say some stuff. I dare not call his bluff. The Trumpster, whoa, the Trumpster, whoa. Come on, Donald. Come on, the Donald. Come on, the Donald. According to Trash Discourse on X, President Trump has moved the press pool into vans for an unscheduled announcement. Whole lot of mercy. Let's hear what Foxy Fox News is saying, bruv.
We see the president at noon today for an announcement. The basis of that, we don't have full information yet, but we also just got a notice from the pool that they've been loaded into the vans for a movement this morning that was not on the schedule. No clear details yet on where the president is going, but it sounds like they might be on the move here very soon. Dana.
I love off the records. Okay, we'll stand
Oh,
by.
baby. The Blonde Network News, BNN, letting us know the Trumpster is going to drop some info. What we thinking, people? What are we thinking? Place your bets. I wonder if Polymarket are taking any bets for this. I bet they are. Let's see. Polymarket, the world's largest prediction market. Trump. See what we got on the Polymarkets, bruv. The Trumpster, whoa. The Trumpster, whoa. No, there's nothing on Polymarket at all. The Trumpster, whoa. The Trumpster. Oof. Okay, I'm going to shut the door because, bruv, it is so freaking hot in Tokyo. Oh my God. My lord. Oh my lord, will the summer end in Japan? When will it end? God damn. It's got to end at some point. It has got to end at some point. It's not going to end for a while yet. Oh mate, this Brit cannot deal with the humidity of Tokyo. Frickin' heck, bruv. It's got me stuttering. Got me in a state of confusion. Has the humid weather in Japan, I tell you that, bruv. I tell you that. How hot is it? It is 28 degrees centigrade and it's nighttime. It's still bloody hot. It's got to be mad humid. Has to be. 82% humidity. Lord of mercy. It's going to get higher approaching 6 a.m. For some reason, it's going to go down to about 60% at midday. Mate, it's so goddamn hot. When is the hot weather going to abate in Japan? Please, God. Give me some good news, iPhone weather. Bro, every day. Today's going to be 34 degrees centigrade. Sunday is going to be 36 degrees centigrade. And then giving you the weather in Japan on each successive day in Tokyo. Monday, 34 degrees. Tuesday, and so on and so on, 33 degrees, 33, 32, 30, 32, 31, 32. We're not escaping from this weather. Oh, Lord of mercy, what am I going to do, bruv? Going to have to stay inside for a long time. Dances with Incels, how are you doing, my man? I see you in the chat. If you become a member, your chat will appear right there and you get text-to-speech. Please consider joining in the bottom left. Dances with Incel says, hey Johnny, what's your Jordan Peterson vid? And I slightly disagree with some parts of it, but you definitely talked about my suspicions of his daughter. It's so that part at least we can definitely agree on. Yeah, that's a madness. What do you disagree on and what do you agree on? I'd like to hear your opinion. That's a very honest rant I put there up on YouTube about the old Jordan. The Trumpster. He's going to make an announcement. Right now we have a live view of the White House. Courtesy of the Associated Press of all people. Oh, Lord of mercy. What a beautiful house it is too. The white, let the sniper on the roof, cur. Look, sniper uppercut. We got some counter sniper on the roof doing some reconnaissance. Oh, Lord of mercy. You know these two fellows over here, absolute budman. Bud. Definitely could end your life real quick, cur. You cannot simply walk around. One does not simply walk around on the roof of the White House willy-nilly. You have to earn the right through blood, and more blood, and sweat and tears, preferably on the front line of some third world it-hole shay, before you can get up there on top of the White House. Definitely two hardcore Secret Service members up there, checking out the scene, making sure it's safe for the Trumpster. Look at these. Who are these guys? Let's interview them. So maybe something's going to happen soon. Trump recently put up these two American flags. Those weren't there before, so we can thank the Donald for that. And he was talking about it on social media, on Truth Social, saying, doesn't it look wonderful, or something to that effect. Come on, Trump. Donald Trump, Trump. Donald Trump. What could it possibly be? Of course he's keeping us waiting. Trump, what are you saying, bruv? What are you saying? So I'm still feeling mad rough. Still feeling rough, but we keep it going. I keep it going. Woke up at 7 p.m. today. No, 6 p.m. And went to the gym. Officially back on the keto diet. Whew, started again on Monday. 4 days in. And the first 3 days, not feeling anything at all, which is really good. Just eating meat. But I'm a bit sick. So let's do the best that I can with the exercise. Went for an hour run today at 5:30 in the morning. So hot. Went straight to bed after that. Woke up 6 p.m. after editing some videos. And then to the gym. Did 100 kilogram bench press times 30. Some heavy weights on the arm curls times 100. Some boxing on the bag. Some chin-ups. I weighed myself on Monday, I weighed 86 kilograms. Weighed myself today, I weighed 81. So just 4 days of keto. Lost a lot of water weight and glucose from the system. 4 kilograms worth, which is insane. But I was smashing the carbs previous to Monday, so that's why. And felt very light. I know I'm light because the chin-ups are much easier. Started with 10 chin-ups, ended with 6 probably. Did some Romanian deadlifts for the hamstrings. The older you get, the worse condition they become. Did some Nordics. Looked it up if you can be bothered. Those are pretty intense. And here I am. Yeah, I ate a huge steak. I bought a steak that I knew would be terrible, but it just was big, so I wanted volume. Tasted bad. Had some mushrooms. The steak was so big, no space in the pan to fry the mushrooms. I've only got one hob, so I ate the mushrooms raw. Disgusting. Another disgusting meal from the Keystone Kitchen, but I appreciate it because some people can't even afford to buy any food at all. So very grateful for that. And got the requisite protein for show. Oh, for show. So here we are waiting for the Trumpster. The Donald, whoa. The Donald, whoa. I really want to know what he's going to say. What's the news? If he's calling this press conference on a whim, it's got to be relevant. It's got to be quite big news. Dances with Incels says, I think Jordan Peterson, the man, hasn't really changed. I think there are unique cultural landmarks that gives the impression or illusion that he's changed. That's the very deep comment. But the culture zeitgeist has changed. Don't you find him a bit more rambling though? I mean, before he wasn't actually doing a podcast, right? So he mostly rambles on the podcast, I feel. But don't you feel there's a difference between his debate with Kathy Newman and the 20 atheists? I mean, it's a different setup, but don't you feel he was a bit sharper back then? Dances with Incel says, but his abuse of drugs definitely did not help his fractured state of mind during the hiatus. It definitely can't help. Definitely cannot help. Oh, Jordan, whoa. Oh, Jordan, whoa. Please come back. You went a bit off track. Oh, Jordan. But yeah, I almost see Jordan like an alien or an avatar or an angel or a character in a story or something. These people, they're so famous and so powerful. It's almost like you don't assess them like you would a person who's actually in your life. It's just this kind of figure, this avatar that's out there. So it's very easy to criticize and stuff, but really at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who you are. We're all human. We're all human. Doesn't matter how tough you are or how smart you are or how well you try to live your life. So, you know, life throws up all kinds of crazy things. So yeah, I felt a bit bad about the video, but I wanted to get it off my chest because that's how I felt. And it's my vlog. So it's just my vlog. That's all. Dances with Incels says, but okay, yes. Okay, still waiting on the White House, y'all. Locked into the White House. Not who he is as a person. I mean, as a person, I think he's a good guy. I think he's always been a good guy. He doesn't want anything malicious. He wants to help people. The Richard Dawkins interview I found was just unlistenable. And all of the Rogan ones he's done, post-breakdown, it's just, to me, is very, very rambling. Pre-breakdown, it was really good, though. It was much better. For me. What about Michaela? What are you saying about Michaela? Ah, look. We've got servicemen at the Dell and on the roof. What's that black flag flying underneath the American flag? What is that, Kerr? If you look at his old lectures, he always sort of rambled off like he does now, but I think it's just him getting older. I noticed that with my dad and my grandfather. Man, I've got to give props to my dad because he's so fucking coherent. It's ridiculous. He's 71 now? 70? 71, I think. But that's definitely not the norm. Like you say, when people get older, they can get very rambly. Oh, Lord of mercy. How long are they going to keep us waiting? Live watch party for the Trumpster. What is his announcement? Do you think it's something to do with the DOJ and John Bolton? I'm guessing it's something to do with tariff revenue. I think they're going to go hard on that one. What's up, FP Measure 11 on Rumble? I see you. I see you. I'm coming for you.
Niello says, likely POWMIA flag.
Really? Jesus. Perp, what are you up to, mate? The Libra character's gone from Night Rain. We didn't. Did you fight that? I didn't get to. So apparently the Raider class on Night Rain, when he does the tombstone, everyone gets a 15% damage buff. I think it's 15. And even when it goes away, I think it's still 30 seconds after that. I was playing that yesterday again with my mate. Pap, are we playing some Night Rain? What are you saying, bruv? I wouldn't mind. Wouldn't you say Dances with Incels? I'd say that she, like, what does she offer?
Is Trump on the roof again?
No, it's slightly sloped, so no human can go up there. No human can stand on it because it's slightly sloped. That means you can't go up there. No one can get up there. Milkatia. She steals your shit, then disappears. Da 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 da.
Niello says, I'm at work 6 hours longer. I didn't, but I watched a video. It looked bananas. It got like 10 feet taller than usual.
Really? Ah, man, we missed out on that, boss. Can't we go back to that? Oh, Lord. We're live. You're all waiting for the Trumpster at the White House. What do you think it's going to be? What do you think he's going to talk about? I'm excited. Contrast this with Biden. Would you give a fuck what he was going to say?
What the hell are you talking about?
What Milky? What Milky? Not who he is as a person. I mean, as a person, we're talking about Jordan Peterson. We're talking about the roof of the White House. I'm being sarcastic about people being on the roof because people said you couldn't have snipers on the roof at Butler because it was sloped. That was the excuse not to have counter snipers protecting Donald Trump. Because apparently you can't climb on a sloped roof. But there's actually people up there. Oh, they've gone now. They've gone. There's still man them at the door. Look, there's peeps gathering at the door, yo. I see the peeps down there. See the man them.
Video makes Ting says the slope thing is the president a mountain goat.
At Butler, didn't you hit? Don't you remember that? When that was so stupid. People saying like the some people in the Secret Service who flopped Trump's protection, which led to him nearly getting offed. made an excuse for not having counter snipers set up because they said the roof is sloped, so you can't go. It had this tiny slope, so they said you can't get up there. So now going forward, if we're to believe that's not a conspiracy, no one can climb on a sloped roof. Look, there's a little slope on the White House roof. How did they get up there, dude? With the slope. Look, peeps at the dough. 1, 2, 3 into the foe. Dances with Incel City is going to talk about the economy first for sure. Let's see. Good guess. Yeah, I think it's going to be economy related, but would he call a press conference just suddenly for that? Oh, Lord of mercy. No, Milky, the Secret Service.
Makes Ting says, how do you not know about Parker?
The Secret Service says you can't go on a sloped roof. It's literally impossible. It's like trying to walk up a wall. The sniper was on a sloped roof, but the counter snipers, I don't know how he managed it, bro. How did he do it? Godlike. Milkatia. Some of that milky madness in the comments. How's everyone doing? I'd like to know how you are. How are you doing, old bean? I feel absolutely terrible. I want the pain to go away, mama. When's it gonna stop? Got this arcade game going on behind me called Rock and Rage. It's a beat 'em up.
Video makes Ting says the 67-year-old Secret Service director said I tried it, not possible.
Right. The Trumpster. Man, I had the worst steak. I've had it a few times. I don't know what cut it is. It's not really meant for steak, I don't think.
Milkitio makes Ting says, I was watching a fantastic video about the cult of Joe Rogan lol.
My best friend said that to me. I watched a bit of it and I thought it was really cringe. It was like 2 hours obsessively about Rogan, not actually saying anything constructive.
Announcement of the trilateral meeting, if that's still on the table.
Is that actually good then? Oh right, no, it's got to be the Ukraine. It's got to be the Ukraine trilat. Yes. No, I'm changing my mind. I'm going with what Perp said. Yeah, this is about Ukraine and Russia, 100%. This is the jewel in the Trump's crown, bruv. The jewel in the crown. So, I made a demo yesterday. It's very basic. But the bass line, like, turn up the bass, right? Don't do it on like MacBook speakers. Don't do it on shitty phone speakers either.
Milkitio makes Ting says, was it by the elephant graveyard?
So I don't know, maybe that video was good, but I thought my friend said, my best friend said, how can that shaved ape be so popular? It's like, bro, he actually lets people talk. He's the legacy media will just do gotcha and interrupt. He actually lets people talk. That's why. I think it's less Rogan than it is the mainstream media just not giving us anything that's not framed. What do you think of my new demo? Just check the bass line, turn the bass up. Very basic, it's just a raw idea. Check the bass line though. The drums are, I think, are pretty damn good as well. Tasty analog. definitely keep this part of the melody. But this second part, I might change this. You need to put the bass up if you can't hear it. I can definitely see a lot of people dancing in a dark room to this part. Lady, lady. Baby, baby. Dun 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 dun. And then it'll go back. Dun 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 dun. Can't remember the melody. Oh Lord of mercy. Oh, that's what I was doing at 10 in the morning today.
Milkitio makes ting says, this one is only an hour and 30 but it's a pretty comprehensive breakdown of something I had been feeling for a while. Milkitio makes ting says so maybe it's just confirmation bias for me lol.
What are you feeling? Dun, dun, dun. Okay, and then there's another song, y'all. We're still waiting for Donald Trump to make his announcement. Come on, Donald. Come on there, Donald. Come on there, Donald. We're waiting for you, Donald. Donald John Trump. Where you at, bruv? We're waiting for the Donald. I've got to say, being on keto, rice doesn't really have a super detrimental effect after a long keto diet. It doesn't really fuck you up, but pasta really does, man. Every time I'd eat pasta, it would taste freaking incredible.
Says, Rogan isn't good or funny, but he collects comedians around him to make himself feel funny.
Oh, that part I totally agree with. Rogan is not a comedian.
Yellow says, would be a good track to carve down a black diamond on a snowboard too.
There you go, baby, baby. Okay, here's another song. This is very, very kind of rough.
Video makes ting says, I used to really like him.
I still like him. The whole comedian, he's not a comedian though, but and he says there's only like 20 of us in the world. Did you see his Netflix? That was not good. Okay, here's another new song. This is also a demo. Oh, Lord of mercy. The horns come back after the drop, and it's a bit weird when they do, but we'll sort that out. 1717.
Milkitio makes ting says he's also said culty ass stuff.
He loves that. I did this bass line yesterday. Not too sure about this actually, but this next part I like. This part I like. Yeah, it's not mixed either, but yeah, this part also works. So like this part and the part just before, I'm definitely gonna keep that in. And then, 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 This works. Here we go. Trump's coming. Baby, baby, who's that? Well fit. See, what is this shonky camera work? Okay, here we go, y'all. The live announcement from the White House. Here it comes. Baby, baby, you kept us waiting. What's that all about? Baby, baby, what's the news? Yay! Here we go. I'm excited, man. You know the Trump's going to come hard with something.
Yep.
Right. Mate, look at this frickin' inside access. Mate, I cannot believe Biden was up in here for so long. What the actual? Bro. You see how she saw she was on camera, gave that eyebrow. Who are these lady? Dude, is that a Secret Service in the background, mate? They need to fucking step it up. If that's is that Secret Service? Dude, she's not gonna kick anyone's ass. Just being real. Is that Secret Service? They got a secret, mama.
Milkitio makes things says he thinks he's some great creation sent by the universe and I can't stand it when people are that far up their own ass. Milkitio makes things says. Anyway, sorry the tunes are sick af. Pertniello
Cheers.
says. Blair Witch camera work.
Baby, baby. Yeah, no, Rogan's he says you know, there's only like 20 of us in the world who actually understand comedy. He's just a terrible comedian. I used to be like that with music. I used to put myself with other people, but then I realized, well, actually no. I made one big song and that was it. And I'm nowhere near on a level with other people, but I do have some talent. Definitely have talent, but I would never say like I'm in the bracket of blah blah. That's just, come on, man. Rogan, like, he has to have a killer special. He doesn't have one, right? And his latest one, oh man, he had those big sweat stains as well. Oh my god. And I don't know what he took before it, but he was all amped up on something. Oh my lord. And it was live on Netflix and he was so nervous. I mean, yeah, you would be fucking nervous with a live Netflix special, but the elite that he puts himself in the bracket of don't show any nerves when they're on the stage. You cannot see like a single nerve. They just swagger on there and shred, right? Baby, baby, live announcement from the...
Things says, oh man, it's almost as if you matured as you got older as opposed to regressed.
Yeah, right, is that what it's called? Bro, I was a fucking such a dick when I was younger. Oh my god. I don't know, but I just didn't know what I was doing, and also I was very insecure about things, insecure about myself, and wanted to prove myself to people. So the intention was good. Like, I wanted people to like me, so I acted a certain way. And that's obviously a recipe for disaster. Just be yourself and be humble when you can. I've still got quite a lot of pride. I still got an ego though. That beast is just waiting around the corner to leap out like a werewolf. Oh, Lord of mercy. Who is it? Is this Secret Service? They don't look very secret to me. Oh, Lord of mercy. Come on, what's this Trumpster announcement? What would you call this design? What is the White House design? I would like to know. Let's look this up. White House architecture. What is the architecture of the White House? Neoclassical Palladian. 132 rooms. Wow, George Washington selected the site for it. Amazing. In 1791. The following year, the cornerstone was laid. That's amazing. 1791, they laid a cornerstone. After 8 years of construction, President John Adams and his wife Abigail moved into the still unfinished residence. During the War of 1812, the British set fire to the president's house, bruv. That's such a British thing to do. I'm so proud of my DNA. Without that, ironically, America would never have risen from the ashes. Oh, Lord of mercy. The British set fire to the president's house. It had to be rebuilt. James Monroe moved into the building in 1817. The south portico was constructed in 1829. Is it that old?
Milkitio Makes Tings says the White House is now haunted thanks to Abe Lincoln's crummy Weifel Mayo.
How the fuck can that building be 250 years old? Or 240, or 230. How can it be? In 1902, President Theodore Roosevelt began a major renovation, including the relocation of the president's offices from the... Dude, it's like fucking 230 years old. Less than 50 years after the Roosevelt renovation, the White House was already showing signs of serious structural weakness. President Harry S. Truman began a renovation of the building in which everything but the outer walls was dismantled. Okay, that makes sense. The reconstruction was overseen by architect Lorenzo Winslow, and in 1952, the Truman family moved back in. So, okay, I wonder what it looked like before that. I wonder.
Milkitio Makes Tings says, I was watching Independence Day with my 7-year-old, and when the White House blew up, he said it's fine. It already burned down once and I'm an idiot because I had no idea.
Oh shit. He knows. I mean, oh no, it kind of looks a bit different. Okay, man, there's all kinds of things online about this. Come on, Trump, where are you at? Oh, it looked mad different back in the day. It looked way different.
Pertniello says, another possible...
I know it didn't.
For what this is about.
It kind of did.
Steam lay stuff that was said to be handed over to Dodge today.
Oh my god. That stuff. Okay, the Jeffrey stuff. I doubt it's going to be that. He hates talking about that. Damn. Do you remember when Madonna came out and talked about owing Blay up the White House? What's the actual... Mate, has she got away with that? Yeah, the old White House, it looks like... Okay, the front portico. The portico, I don't know what that is. That must be where the pillars are, right? So they basically put some pillars on the front in a semicircle, it looks like. And then it became angular later.
Yes. Her and Johnny Depp said some wild shit too.
Dude, they just get... Oh, fucking hell. I'm confused. Some pictures of the White House, it's got a kind of curving entrance, and other ones it looks angular. What's that all about? The White House. The name, very literal, isn't it? The White House. I'm so confused. One picture of the White House, it's got a circular front. One of them must be the back. That has to be the back. But the front and the back then have a fountain? What? Okay, so, okay. Yeah. The executive residence's northern facade with a columned portico facing the north lawn. And then they have the executive residence's southern facade with a semicircular portico facing the south lawn. Oh, Lord of mercy. It looks great. So originally it didn't have this portico. So they rebuilt the whole thing in the 50s. That makes complete sense. There's no freaking way that building's from 1791. Can you imagine? Serious structural issues. Oh, Lord. Baby, baby. Oh, Lord. Dude, Trump is cleaning up DC. That's where he is. Come on, Associated Press. Give us the news. Live watch party of Trump's special announcement on Friday the 22nd of August. We don't know what his announcement is, but the rumors are it's something very important. Any ideas? Can you guess what the Trumpster is going to announce? I'm going with viewer Purple and Yellow's guess. There's something to do with a trilateral meeting between Trump, Putin, and Zelensky. Oh, Lord. What could it be? What could it be, y'all? I wants to know. I wants to know. Might just go to sleep for a little bit. Give you some snoring ASMR. Man, the steak I had did not taste... Oh, here we go. There he is. All systems go. Baby, baby. Wow, look. It looks very informal. Mate, look, we're seeing even the hair on Trump's shoulder. Like, that's how much of it... It's the World Cup. It's the World Cup. It's the fucking World Cup, bruv. That's that crooked bastard Infantino on the right.
Hey, Brian.
He took over from corrupt bastards.
Thank you very much. We have a very big announcement to make today. You all know Johnny. He came all the way from Italy, the beautiful country of Italy, to be with us.
Italy.
He just got off the plane, and he's a hardworking guy, does a phenomenal job with FIFA. Nobody like him. I'm delighted to welcome FIFA President Gianni Infantino back to the White House for a major announcement about one of the most anticipated competitions in all of sports, the 2026, and this is a big deal, I'll tell you, I was so happy to get it, the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And it's going to be the World Cup as we know it. It's the biggest,
Trump's hat.
probably the biggest event in sports, I guess, Johnny, right?
Love this, man. So happy to be part of this timeline.
26 FIFA World Cup draw will take place at the Kennedy Center. Some people refer to it as the Trump Kennedy Center, but we're not prepared to do that.
This guy's a crooked piece of shit. See the guy on the right?
Here in Washington,
He's overseeing this organization that will give the World Cup to these shady ass countries who still use slave labor because they lobby and they pay backhanders. There's no other reason that they're hosting it. Piece of shit, that guy.
Kennedy Center, we're spending a lot of money wisely on making it really beautiful. It's going to be beautiful again. It's like Washington, D.C. We had, by the way, in Washington, D.C., we have the lowest crime numbers they've had in years. Zero, it sounds like it's a horrible thing to say, but I might as well say it. Zero murders in the last week since we've done this. That's the first time in memory.
Well, who'd have thought having police actually stops crime?
I just have to even say it. And I'm tired of listening to these people say how safe it was before we got here. It was unsafe. It was horrible. And Mayor Bowser better get her act straight or she won't be mayor very long because we'll take it over with the federal government running.
Hell yeah.
To be run.
Tell him, Trumpster.
The numbers were horrible. It was a crime-infested rat hole. We do have a lot of rats. We're getting rid of them too.
What the
Progress, and it was extremely unsafe, and now it's extremely safe. We had virtually no crime. The number was down 87%, and I'm trying to figure out where was the 13% because I don't think it existed.
This guy isn't human, man. How has he got this energy?
It's been unbelievable, and they're working with the police.
Fucking love this guy.
Very good people in there. They have some people that shouldn't be police, actually, but they have some great people there. And the Washington, D.C. is a whole different place. And Johnny, I'm sure you'll be happy to hear that too, actually.
Oh, yes.
But it's a whole different place. People are excited again. They're going out to restaurants again. That was the other thing I saw numbers. That restaurant business is down in the last week. No. Restaurant business, you can't get into a restaurant. Just really lying people. And that's why people don't understand how bad and how dishonest the press is. I saw one poll that had us at 19% favorable on what we're doing with Washington. Then I saw another one that has us 94% favorable. And I can tell you the 94% is correct. The others are fake, just fake news. They got to get their act together. So bad for our country, so sick actually. So Washington, D.C. is really doing unbelievably well. And the Kennedy Center that we're fixing, I was just there all morning with contractors. We're making it unbelievable. It's going to be unbelievable. It's got great bones, but it needs a lot of work. The World Cup draw will set up the group stage of competition. 48 teams will play in 104 games across 16 North American cities from Seattle to Vancouver to Atlanta to Miami. It's going to be so exciting for our country. The 2026 FIFA World Cup will be one of the largest and most complex events. This will be one of the greatest events, one of the largest. In a way, it's like Johnny said it better. It's like having many Super Bowls in a short period of time. Because each one of these games essentially is a Super Bowl. Some of them are bigger than Super Bowls, actually. But they're essentially, each one of these games is like a Super Bowl. The 2026 FIFA World Cup will be the largest, most complex set of events in sports history. And the Kennedy Center will give it a phenomenal kickoff, and we'll be involved, and they'll be working over there for quite a bit of time. We have it all set that they can stay there for the big events, the big press conferences and everything else. And they'll be in a very safe capital. That'll be nice. You don't have to worry about walking down the street, Johnny, okay?
Thank you.
But you can handle yourself.
I could.
Already FIFA is projecting 6 million loyal fans will attend the World Cup events next year, and 6 billion more are going to be watching back home, and they think the $6 billion number is going to be actually a low number. And this will drive more than $30 billion into the U.S. economy and create 185,000 American jobs in a short period of time, too. No sporting event attracts more attention, more fans, more viewers, or more revenue than the FIFA World Cup. And again, I'll just say it's the World Cup, and it's the biggest thing there is in sports, and we have it. And I got it in my first administration, and I was really somewhat devastated as I can be. I don't have time to get too devastated. I was very happy that today, as you saw, the group that does this, a government group, radical left group, announced that Trump was right, took in $4 trillion worth of tariffs, that the $4 trillion are going to reduce the deficit by numbers far greater than they ever expected or heard of. And by the way, the stock market went up 1,000 points. That was as of 10 minutes ago. I can't tell you what happened. A lot of things happened. But the stock market's up almost 1,000 points. And it's basically on the news that the release that just came out from government that the tariffs that everybody was talking about, that the whole world respects us for because of what we did. The tariffs are going to be at $4 trillion. They're going to reduce the deficit by $4 trillion, Mr. Vice President. What
Pretty
do you
good,
think?
sir.
Too bad it's not 5, right?
That's right.
It's had a huge impact, and the stock market is way up. But this will drive more than $30 billion in U.S. economy and create 185,000 American jobs. No sporting event attracts more attention or more fans or anything else. And I just look forward to the draw. So we're going to have the draw, essentially, Johnny, at the Kennedy Center.
Yeah.
And by that time, it'll be in even better shape. We're working on it. It's about a year project to make it. It'll be great. It'll be fantastic. You see the way this is looking? Look, nice. I can't tell you how much that gold costs. A lot of money. There's nothing like gold, and there's nothing like solid gold. But this beautiful office needed it. It had to be representative. When we took it over, it was dirty, not clean. I immediately changed the chair and had this beautiful desk renovated, brought out by the White House. People that do this, they did a great job. We sent it out. We have a craftsman who's great. But this was not appropriate for the Oval Office when I took over. And now you look at all those paintings you're allowed to turn back. All of these are great presidents, and they were all in the vaults. They were in vaults for some cases much more than 100 years. And now they're proudly hanging on the Oval Office walls, so I can't imagine anybody changing it. But they were buried in vaults for over 100 years, many of them. So it's very exciting. People come in, they really love it. They love what we're doing here. They love what we're doing in D.C., and they love what we're doing, most importantly, in the country and the world. I'd like to ask Johnny to say a few words. He's the head of the whole thing. He's been there for a long time, probably the most respected man in sports. He's amazing, actually. Works very hard, and he's got the biggest event in the world coming right here to the United States.
This guy's a crooked snake.
We did a little for Canada. We did a little for Mexico. We thought, see, I'm a good citizen. I said, let them have a little piece. So we gave a little to Canada. See how nice I am? And we gave a little bit to Mexico. And Johnny, please say a few words.
Thank you, President. Great honor for me to be here with you today, President, Vice President, Excellencies. Fantastic to announce what you said, which is the final draw of the FIFA World Cup on the 5th of December here in the capital, in the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C. at 12 noon sharp. It will be broadcast live all over the world. 1 billion viewers will watch it, and it will determine, of course, the match schedule, which 48 participating teams will play. You said it, 104 matches in 1 month, 104 Super Bowls. This is not just the biggest, the greatest event, not just a sports event, it's a social event as well, with a lot of emotion. We are uniting the world, Mr. President, uniting the world here in America, and we are very proud of that. And those teams, those national teams who will come here to participate in this draw with their coaches, with their presidents, they will all be proud to be part of writing this history. And that's why we brought as well this, which is the winner's trophy. It is the trophy that the winner of the FIFA World Cup wins. Only the FIFA presidents of countries, and then those who win can touch it.
You see how much of a snake this guy is. You know he's fucking got all these kind of sketchy deals going on.
As well, touch it. It's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
It's the winner trophy. The last one who lifted that is
Trump likes it.
Lionel Messi of Argentina.
He knows the photo of it. That look, he knows when he's going to make a sick photo.
The White House.
Can I keep it?
For you. You can
We're not giving
the
it
World Cup.
back. We're not giving it back. That's serious.
It fits well.
That goes very well on the wall right over there. We'll put it right below the end.
He's gonna fucking take it, bro.
That's beautiful, yeah.
You can keep it until we have to give it to the next winner.
That's fine. That's a beautiful piece of gold, I will say. That's beautiful.
Yeah. So 6 billion viewers for the World Cup, 6 million coming to the matches, 30 billion economic impact, 185,000
It doesn't bring an economic impact. It just like pisses government spending away. It always leaves a net loss.
And everything will start here in Washington, D.C.
They get shitloads of money though.
Or the Trump Kennedy Center. We'll see that, how it will be called, on the 5th of September at noon sharp. 5th of December, noon sharp. Then, if I may...
Will they be doing most of the draws, all of the draws at the Kennedy? Well, how are you going to do that?
Yes, we'll do that at the Kennedy Center. We'll do all the other meetings around it with the coaches, with the broadcasters, with the sponsors, everything at the Kennedy Center. The whole World Cup starts, and everyone will be happy because everyone has qualified for the World Cup and they didn't yet play a game, so they didn't lose yet a game. So they all think they can become world champion, right?
They'll all be happy.
Exactly. Now,
by the way, an example, supposing we had a week ago when everybody was being killed and mugged and everything else, despite the phony numbers that were given out, that it was getting better. Brian, do you believe it was getting better or getting worse?
Oh, the crime was getting worse. I mean, I was robbed. It was getting way
Went
worse.
after you.
Yeah.
How did the other guy come out?
Well, he came out with my briefcase,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
with you.
Yeah. So, Robert 1, Brian 0.
Now, but can you imagine you do this and then you start hearing that they had a 20-year reduction of crime. It's worse. It was worse during the Biden administration than anybody's ever imagined.
This man's a fucking genius. Like, he basically just used the World Cup, all the fucking BS that guy Infantino is part of, that big fucking crooked organization, but nevertheless, with billions of eyeballs, he uses that platform to push
that do these charts. 0 people came through our border.
his progress as president and what he's doing, saying he's basically reduced crime in DC. He's fucking smart.
And they came in.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Wrong locations.
Like, if that guy wants to come in, have the World Cup in the US, you got to dance to Trump's tune, and he's going to use your legacy to promote his own shit.
Johnny, you can walk down the street with your beautiful wife.
yeah,
You can take her to dinner if you can get a reservation, which I doubt.
they are all full, the restaurants.
I know. They're all full. I heard that too. The restaurants aren't. The restaurants, since we are doing this, are doing great, and many new restaurants are going to open because, as you know, many closed. Many restaurants closed.
So is that permanently federalized? How is that going to
This
work?
will be one of the safest places anywhere on earth.
I guess so.
You know, I really am honored that the National Guard has done such an incredible job working with the police, and we haven't had to bring in the regular military, which we're willing to do. We have to, and after we do this, we'll go to another location and we'll make it safe. Also, we're going to make our country very safe. We're going to make
This
our
is so
cities
cool.
very, very safe. Chicago's a mess. You have an incompetent mayor.
Let's go.
Grossly incompetent. And we'll straighten that one out probably next. That'll be our next one after this.
Dude, California.
And it won't even be tough. And the people in Chicago, Mr. Vice President, are screaming for us to come.
Right, he's going to kick out so many illegals when he does that. This is so good.
American ladies, beautiful.
Look, this guy is normalizing the shit that people are afraid to say because of the mainstream media propaganda that would chastise you for wrong thing. Like, it's all right not to want illegal people in your country, like taking jobs and using public services before you. Like, it's okay. This guy's a fucking unicorn monster.
That you see on television, they are, including the people in this audience, they'll say bad things about me, and then they'll say, thank God he's here, because half of them got mugged.
And then Infantino on the right, because he wants the money from the World Cup being hosted in his country, he has to basically go along with what Trump's saying, which further validates it. He's actually, Trump is a fucking genius.
But the people right here are all happy, because you're not going to be mugged in Washington,
He doesn't give a fuck, and I love him.
I just want to say Johnny's been my friend for a long time. He's an incredible guy, and we will lay out the red carpet. Andrew, you're going to be fantastic. Rick is going to be everything Rick ever touched has always worked out, and he's working with me on the Kennedy Center. And his very good friend was an actor on Broadway for 5 years, right? And I assume he's helping us a little bit, right?
Yes.
And Andrew, you're all excited about it?
Absolutely.
Would you like to say something?
This is a great opportunity
J.D. Vance.
to show off the first 250 years of the United States of America, the greatness, and then the hope and promise of the next 250 years. When you think this World Cup is going to be over our 250th birthday, Mr. President, your leadership, obviously, with FIFA leading the way, this is the largest sporting event in the history of the world under the Trump administration.
1776,
I just
baby.
want to say one thing. Andrew Giuliani, so his father is Rudy, the greatest mayor in the history of New York, I think by far. He took a ravaged city, a city that was really under siege. Probably most people thought it was going to survive. He turned it around. He was a great, great mayor. And then they treated him very, very unfairly. You go back and tell your father all of the things that have come out over the last couple of months through Tulsi and through all of the people, Cash, everybody. They've proven your father 100% correct. His father was treated so unfairly. Your father has been 100% correct. And tell him we all love him, okay?
Thank you, Mr. President.
It's been amazing. What he had to go through was very, very unfair. Nasty. These are bad people. Mr. Vice President, would you like to say something?
Well, sure, Mr. President. Thank you, and thanks to Johnny for being here. We're very thrilled about the World Cup. Just to echo something the President said about crime in Washington, D.C., this is the national capital of the greatest nation in the world, and we had murder rates just a few weeks ago that rivaled some of the worst third world cities anywhere, even in very, very poor regions of the world. Why did we accept that? Why did we allow it to happen? We allowed it to happen because we had broken leadership in Washington, D.C., and unfortunately sitting behind the Resolute desk. What we have shown in just under 2 weeks of taking law enforcement seriously is that the American people can have their streets back if their leadership is willing to put in the time and the resources. Mr. President, you've shown in Washington, D.C. that we can have safe streets again. We've just got to have the political willpower to focus on the bad guys and to give the American people back their communities. We are focused on doing that thanks to the President's leadership.
Imagine Tim Walz was
That's a
VP
really
right
very
now.
small percentage. It's 2%, 3%, but that 2% and 3% wreaks just havoc throughout a community.
It would have been the end of America.
Petrified. And I notice a couple of the women in the back are shaking their head, yes, yes, yes. I won't report who you are because you'll end up losing your jobs, but it's true. It's amazing. And the police, and you look at the D.C. National Guard. I saw pictures of them last night getting off vans and all, and I saw some bad ones running, but they're not running so much anymore. They're not there. They're just not even. They're not even trying. You're totally safe. Now there'll be something happening sometime. I don't know. Maybe it won't be for a long time. But this was every night would get reports of people being mugged and killed. There's one woman on television last night. She had a badly busted up nose, and she's well, I like our streets the way they used to be, and she thinks it's going to happen like by doing nothing. And they say, what happened to your nose? She got slugged by a guy walking down the street. Slugged. Her nose will never be the same, I guarantee you, unless it takes a pretty good turn. She wasn't really for us. But she sort of said, well, maybe something has to happen. Before this happened to me, she got whacked. And I don't think she'll ever be the same. She was a half a Trump fan, a woman that would have never been a Trump fan, but she was hit hard. It's not going to happen anymore. Not going to happen anymore. But then we're going to beautify the city too. That's where I was today at Kennedy Center, and we're going to beautify the city.
How could you not vote for this?
And we're working with Clark Construction, the biggest construction.
What the fuck would they be doing right now if Kamala Harris, that airbrain, and Tim fucking Walz were in power? What the fuck would be happening to America? It would be crumbling, bro, and no way back. Mass migration, open borders, rampant crime,
Fantastic job. So
Marxist struggle sessions. Oh my God, mass funding of all of these nasty NGOs and
we'll get it done very quickly.
money laundering organizations.
They're doing a lot of work.
Putting and implanting DEI in every part of society. Thank God for the Trumpster.
Contractors and the people that can really do the job right. And Johnny, did you want to say something?
Yes, I have one more thing, because as you rightly say, you know, with security and beautifying cities and the whole country, we want people to come and enjoy and have fun, and that's why this is not just the most iconic trophy in the world of sport. But we start on the 10th of September the sale of tickets for the FIFA World Cup. And we have the first ticket here for the final.
Good. Wow.
For you.
Oh, good.
That's cool.
Wow.
It's, of course, row 1, seat 1. It's ticket number 4547. And it's for the final in New York, New Jersey.
Trump loves it. He's got a huge ticket. He's so happy.
10th of September, start getting your tickets.
That's beautiful, yeah.
6.5, 7 million tickets. Fans will enjoy
Trump
it.
got the first one.
Would be fantastic.
You're going to do record business, I think.
100%.
Christy, would you like to say something?
Yeah, Mr.
Ticket number 4547. You see that in the bottom left.
They get their travel documents, their visas, that they want to come here and spend their money and enjoy the sporting event. It'll be the largest event in the world. And sir, you're reminding me.
Row 1, seat 1.
My dad
That's actually a
used to
bad
say all the
seat.
time
But
when I was growing up, he would say, Christy, you kids need to look like you respect yourself before anybody's going to respect you. And in this country, when people look at our streets, when they look at our capital, you're bringing respect back to this city. And people will respect our country more because it's safe, it's clean, it's beautiful. And what you're doing is transforming this nation.
just
by making
normalizing
sure that our laws
what the
are
media
upheld. And
made
millions of people
abnormal
are going to come and
propaganda
to enjoy it
over
next
so
year. I'm
long.
excited about that.
Thank
you.
God for
Well,
Trump.
our country is respected again.
Can you imagine Biden
We had a
being
dead
presented with this
country. It was
ticket?
a dead country. It was a country that was going that had
You wouldn't know
lost.
what the fuck is
It
happening,
was a country
dude.
that was going to fail.
You think someone's passing him a
Today,
surfboard
they
or
say $4
something?
trillion in reductions of deficits, and this was totally unexpected. They didn't expect it. I mean, I don't know where they've been, the people that do this stuff, but
I
it's,
tell you what, if America wasn't the most
I wanna
powerful
thank
country,
Christy for
we would
another
be
reason. I
so
said to her 2
fucked.
weeks
It's
ago, I
the
said,
only
Christy,
country
do me a
that
favor.
doesn't want
I built
socialism.
hundreds of miles
And it's
of
got all the
wall.
money, so everyone has to do what the
Same
fuck
wall
they
that
want.
The Border Patrol asked me to build. It wasn't my first choice. I wanted to do concrete plank and everything nice, but you wouldn't have been able to see through it.
That's it, Slavs. That's exactly what I said. He took over.
Everything else, and we gave them
exactly what I said, Slavs.
high-grade steel, very hard to cut. Then we gave inside that is 9,000-pound concrete, which is a very tough concrete. Inside that is rebar, a big fat piece of rebar. So you have all different materials that are very hard to cut, and you need different instruments to cut each one. And I said, Kristen, we got to get a coat of paint on it. And I didn't know she was listening, but I said, we got to get a coat of paint, and it should be black, because black makes the steel very hot. It's untouchable. You could fry an egg on it. And if you got a good black, flat paint, it would look beautiful. It will preserve it from rust. And that was it. And I gave it to her along with 30 other things, and she's done such a good job on the border with Tom Holman and the group.
Got the president of FIFA,
Fantastic guy.
who has a platform of 1 billion people, 2 billion eyes, for his upcoming sports event, the World Cup. And he's
And it looked beautiful.
got him standing next to Trump.
It's
Got
hot.
him standing next to him while he talks about painting the border wall black to fry the hands of any illegals coming in. Fucking genius, man.
But it's
President FIFA just has to smile and nod along. I love it. You should be smiling. Keeping the country safe, mate, for all your customers.
We used the paint you told me to buy.
Yep. The 2 coat will take place in 3 years from now. Right? We'll do the 2nd coat. But it looks beautiful. But thank you very much. I didn't know you were listening to that, because we talked about 7 different subjects. And all of a sudden I see her out there painting with a lot of painters and everything else. But it was a beautiful thing to say. Would you like to say something? You've been such a big part of this. Please.
Well, just, Mr. President, we're delighted to be here today for this announcement, but we're also looking forward to having you at the final.
Oh, yes.
On July
Oh, yes.
19th
No, we'll be
in New
there.
York, New Jersey.
We're going to be there. A lot of people are going to be there.
A lot of people.
I'd like to thank you all. Do you have any questions on FIFA, first of all?
It's going to be a big event at the Kennedy Center. Do you intend to take part in it? Will you have a part to play on December 5th?
I might play. I mean, I see the money that these soccer players, we call it soccer, but I see the money that these soccer players are making. I may try and play. I'm a very good athlete. My son is a very good athlete, and he's a good soccer player. He's on the tall side for soccer. He's 6'9". That's pretty tall, but
That's pretty
it's
cool.
on the tall side.
He's good.
It's on the tall side, but he's good. But no, I may I may put on shorts. I look extremely good in shorts and join the play. No, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be good.
Many foreigners who want to come to attend the event are concerned about the visa situation. Can you reassure them?
Yeah, they're going to have a very easy time getting in. Certain countries are going to be very, very easy, and other countries are going to be obviously a little bit more difficult. Would you like to explain that, Chris?
Yeah, absolutely. We have
those countries that are more difficult.
On getting visas approved. Everybody will be thoroughly vetted, but they'll be welcome to this country. It'll happen quickly, and we're excited for them to come. So I would hope that around the world people know that the United States is excited to bring their family here to enjoy this event.
America welcomes the world.
Yes.
And I can really, from the collaboration that we have, testify.
Not everybody, mate. Steady on.
And I was just sent a picture from somebody that wants to be there very badly. He's been very respectful of me and of our country, but not so respectful of others. But he'll, I'm going to sign this for him, but I was sent one, and I thought you'd all like to see it. That's a man named Vladimir Putin, who I believe will be coming, depending on what happens. He may be coming, and he may not, depending on what happens. We have a lot of things happening over the next couple of weeks. But I thought it was a nice picture of him. Okay of me, but nice of him.
The guy on the right is squirming because they basically banned Russia from competing.
Yes.
Because they were basically under under control of like the previous globalist administration.
What's your reaction to
I
that?
told him I'm not happy about it, and I'm not happy about anything.
They really were, FIFA, because
settled
they'll
not
just sell out the highest bidder. So if they didn't let Russia in, and Russia had a World Cup,
Add 3 more, so it would be 10.
they're getting pressured from the
this would
globalists, the NGOs, the
in the middle of the pack
globalist Hydra, the
in terms of
Soroses, and all that.
No,
When
I'm not
Trump's
happy
in
about
charge,
anything
mate.
about that war. Nothing. Not happy at all. We'll see what happens. I think over the next...
You've got to dance to Trump's tune, and that tune is host the World Cup in the USA, respect our laws,
very happy.
stand side by side when we speak truth about migration, take your paycheck,
Yesterday morning.
Yes.
Actually, Canada is taking away some retaliatory tariffs.
He's removing his tariffs, yeah.
Exactly.
He's removing his retaliatory tariffs, which I thought was
Barron's
nice.
massive.
We're going to have another call soon. Okay. Yeah, we had a very good call.
You're getting closer towards an
Well, I
agreement
like
on
him.
trade?
I like him. You know, look, I'm fighting for the United States. Canada and Mexico have taken a lot of our business over the years, over 25, 30 years, especially during the Biden years. They took a lot of our business, and it's basically all coming back into the United States now. Well, hot as a pistol, and it's coming back in. Because of tariffs and the incentives we give, it's coming back. And it's impossible, I think, for another country to stop it. And we are working on something. We want to be very good to Canada. I like Carney a lot. I think he's a good person. And we had a very good talk yesterday, so I think it'll be good.
Mr. President, I have a question about the search of Ambassador Bolton's home. The Vice President recently just did an interview saying that it's about classified documents, but that there's also broad concern about him. What are the concerns?
Well,
that
I
you
haven't
have?
spoken to Pam in the group yet, but I will be. I saw that just like everybody else. I try and stay out of that stuff. I'm allowed to be, and I'm chief law enforcement officer, believe it or not. You know, I don't like to go around saying that, but I am. That's the position. But I purposely don't want to really get involved in it. I'm not a fan of John Bolton. I thought he was a sleazebag, actually. And he suffers major Trump derangement syndrome, but so do a lot of people, and they're not being affected by anything we do. I don't know anything about it. I just saw that. I'll find out about it. But if you believe the news, which I do, I guess his house was raided today. But my house was raided also, called Mar-a-Lago. They went through everything they could, including my young son's room and my wife's area. They went through her drawers, as the expression goes. They went through everything you can imagine. And when she came back, she said, she's very neat, you know, she's meticulous. And she looked and she said, whoa, this wasn't the way that she had it. So, you know, so I know the feeling. It's not a good feeling. Thank you.
Mr. President, how long will you give Putin?
A couple of weeks. We're going to figure it out. We'll find it.
Do you think you'll have to intervene at some point?
Look, it takes two to tango. You understand that. I wanted to have a meeting with those two. I could have been at the meeting, but and a lot of people think that nothing's going to come out of that meeting. You have to be there. Maybe that's true. Maybe it's not. But we're going to see. In the meantime, people continue to die. but I've solved 7 of them where they were in wars for 31, 35, and 37 years. We had 3 of them that were for more than 30 years, Johnny, and I got them solved. And we solved one that could have been a nuclear war with India and Pakistan. That was getting ready to be a nuclear war. I solved them all. And this one, I thought we would have had it done by now, but it's more difficult. There's a lot of anger, a lot of hatred. There's a tremendous amount of hatred there. So, but we'll see what happens. I think in 2 weeks we'll know which way I'm going. Because I'm going to go one way or the other. And they'll learn which way I'm going.
Mr. President, if I got 2 questions for you, one on FIFA, the other one on DC. Can you talk about the economic impact that FIFA will have in these cities, and what's your message to the mayors to get their cities prepared, not only the beautification process, but also the safety aspect?
Well, Los Angeles is an example. You know, it's poorly run. We have a mayor there that can't even get permits to the people that lost their houses. Lee Zeldin got every permit. The hardest permit is the federal permit. Within 20 days, every single permit was there for the people to build their houses. But people are writing us and they're saying they won't give us. The mayor is incompetent. The governor is incompetent. You know, Gavin. I know Gavin very well. He's an incompetent guy with a good line of bullshit, and he doesn't get the job done.
Wow, I said that. Wicked.
And frankly, those people want to build their houses. It's terrible. They could have been built. Some of them could have been built already. But think of it, the federal government that has the most complex part, and it's the most complex environmental thing to do. We got it, everybody had it within 30 days. And they're not even close to getting their permits. And now they're talking about taking some of those sites and building low-income housing on them. These are high-end neighborhoods. And I'm all for low-income housing. I built a lot of low-income housing. I know all about 236. I know every program that there is in the government. I used every one of them. I know more about low-income housing than probably almost anybody. And it's great. It's fine. It's wonderful. But you don't build it in Pacific Palisades. You don't build it there. And you don't build it in the other areas that burned down. So they're talking about putting up low-income housing. And you talk about riots. They're going to have riots if that happens because you're taking the people's property away. They want to build their houses, and they're unable to get permits from the mayor and from the governor. And that's a terrible thing. But, and let me tell you, if I didn't send in the troops in Los Angeles, Johnny wouldn't be in Los Angeles. You wouldn't be having your World Cup there. I sent in the troops, and we kept it. And even the police commissioner, the sheriff and the police commissioner.
Infantino nodding away.
We could have
he has to agree.
What was happening. You saw that. You were there. He said we could have never handled what was
He's going to get so much hate.
After it's all quelled, Ian Newsom got up and said, we could have done this for ourselves. No, they couldn't have. And if they could have, I wouldn't have taken the chance either.
Okay, my second question is on crime prevention. Would you be open to expanding the national concealed carry to apply to D.C. like it does in other states like Texas?
Yeah. Well, they have it in some states and they feel strongly about it. As you know, I'm in favor of it. People have to protect themselves. I'm a Second Amendment person, very simply. People have to be able to protect themselves. Especially like in Washington, you walk down the street, a guy comes up and slugs you. He's got a pistol in his hand. You can be tough, you can be in great shape, you can be a powerful person, or you can be a guy that weighs 100 pounds with a gun in your hand. Right. And I'll bet on the guy with the gun 100% of the time, right? And so you need protection. So I'm a Second Amendment person all the way. Yeah, please.
President Trump, you said this morning that you were working with Congress to get $2 billion to help clean up DC. Have you had any conversations with Mike Johnson and John Thune about where they're going to get that money from?
Of which money?
You said this morning that you're going to get $2 billion from Congress to help clean up DC.
Yeah, I've spoken to Mike Johnson. I've spoken to John Thune, the Senate, the House. And I think it's going to be very easy to get. It's going to be not a lot of money.
It could have all been so different.
You mentioned, but it's going to be money to beautify the city. Yeah, they're ready. Everybody wants to save D.C. In one way, it's the easiest. The violence was more than any other city in the country, actually, by far. It may have been more than any other city in the world, if you could think. We looked at some of the worst cities in the world. It was worse, and that's why it angers me to see the mayor saying about how they have it on the slide. Not on the slide. It was worse than ever. We have no problem getting that money. That money will come out of Congress. I think it'll be even bipartisan.
And is the plan?
I would imagine Democrats would vote for that one.
Is the plan to get it before the September 30 spending deadline on the Hill?
Well, I don't know if there is a deadline, because if I declare a national emergency, which this was, that ends the deadline. So, I mean, I keep seeing about a 30-day deadline, of which we have 22 days left or something. But if I think we're in great shape here, that's one thing. But if I don't, I'm going to just say it's a national emergency. And if I have a national emergency, I can keep the troops there as long as I want. If people are not going to want to have the troops on, in 30 days, you know, it's one thing to get them out. It's another thing to keep them out for a long period of time. You've got to train people. You can't do this. You can't bop people over the head.
This man is not fucking human, man. How old is he?
They're going to go to jail for a long time.
He's what,
So that's gonna take
79?
30 days. But if I have to
How is he
declare a
doing
national
this?
Emergency, which I don't think I'll have to do. Yeah.
Mr. President, can I ask you about a question? You said in 2 weeks you'll know whether you go
Yeah,
one
I think I'll
way or
know.
the
I
other.
think I'll know the attitude of Russia and, frankly, of Ukraine. It takes two.
What are the 2 ways you can go at
Answers
the end of
every fucking question.
Well, then I'm going to make a decision as to what we do.
Or
And it's going to be.
Mate, Biden did like 2 or 3, and he could barely fucking
And that's
keep
whether
his
or not
train of
it's
thought.
massive sanctions
This is-
or massive
What the
tariffs.
fuck happened the last 4 years, dude?
Or do we do nothing and say it's your fight? Look, I would have never been in this war if I were president. You wouldn't have had this war. It was never going to happen. This was caused by stupid people that fought. And you know, people say, well, how do we know? Because for 4 years, it was never even a subject. And Vladimir knew, and you see his picture right here. It was nice that he sent, but Vladimir knew very strongly.
This guy is basically the world superstar. He is, right? You had your Michael Jacksons, you had your Mike Tysons,
And now they're
you
losing
had your Conor McGregor.
young kids.
Who is it now? Who is the world megastar? It's this guy. You're never gonna see anybody like this ever again. Enjoy it while you can, man.
All said he wants to be a soldier, and goes there first week he has his head blown off, and he's no different than you people.
This guy's not human.
And it doesn't matter where. I mean, I solved a problem in the Congo that was.
Look at all the other people I mentioned. Where the fuck are they now? They're in the casket, bro. This guy working his ass off, managing the whole of America.
People were getting their
Freaking
heads
unbelievable, this man. 79 years old.
I got it solved.
And it's like, you never ever see it get to him.
amazing.
And he just works his fucking ass off. It is just extraordinary.
I'd love to stop killing. I really do. People thought it would be just the opposite. Hillary Clinton said, "Oh, he'll get us into a war." No, I'm getting everybody else out of wars.
Are you saying there's a real possibility then that you do nothing if Putin doesn't come to the table for a ceasefire or try to end the
I'll see
war?
whose fault it is. If there are reasons
Look how
why,
tired he is as well. And he's just,
exactly
he's
what
so fucking sharp.
we're going to
He
see.
can
whether
remember everything. Like his train of thought is perfect. Every fucking question.
But I'll know in 2 weeks what I'm going to do. I have pretty good
Your
ideas.
Justice
already.
Department is also sending some of the Epstein files over to the House Oversight Committee today.
That's okay.
Are you in support of them
I'm in
releasing
support
all of them?
keeping it open.
If they wanted to
Innocent
release,
people shouldn't be hurt, but I'm in support of keeping it totally open. I couldn't care less. You got a lot of people that it could be mentioned in those files that don't deserve to be. You know, people, because he knew everybody in Palm Beach. I don't know anything about that, but I have said to Pam and everybody else, give them everything you can give them, because it's a Democrat hoax. It's just a hoax. The whole Epstein thing is a Democrat hoax. So we had the greatest 6 months, 7 months in the history of the presidency.
What?
And the Democrats don't know what to do, so they keep bringing up that stuff.
Oh, but that, no, they are trying to use that. Basically, both sides are compromised as far as I'm
Went
concerned.
to the island supposedly 28 times. I don't want to bring that up, frankly. You have Larry, whatever his name is, Summers, the head of Harvard, who was Jeffrey Epstein's best friend. Nobody ever talks about that. I mean, but I don't want to hurt Larry Summers, but he was best friends with Jeffrey Epstein. No, this is a Democratic hoax to try and get the significance of what we've done over the past 7 months. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. They say it's #1 in history. What we've done, including stopping 7 wars. I mean, just include that. And now you look at the stock market today. It's way up to start off with.
Yeah, so he claimed earlier that the tariffs are going to basically bring in $4 trillion surplus.
President, this market we would have had a crash like in 1929. You're not going to have that. It's only a question of how high is it going to go. You know, I had the strongest economy in the history of our country, and despite COVID, We had the strongest economy in the history of our country, and we're going to blow it away this time. I was always good at making a lot of money, and whether it was for myself or whether it was, I like doing it this way better. I mean, I like making it for the country. Our country's been ripped off by friend and foe, nations all over the world ripped off, and the friends have been much worse than the foes for the most part. And,
this makes logical sense what he's doing in his like legacy. He made a lot of money. Now it's time to mentor, but he's such a fucking godlike figure. The only person who he's fit to mentor is the whole of America. He's just going to take care of it, bro.
And they're very smart in doing it. And as you know, Ursula was here a couple of days ago, having to do with the people, the leaders that we had a great. People said they've never seen anything like it. Well, we had the leaders of Europe right here in the Oval Office.
He sunned them all right in front of his desk. You must have seen that picture.
Ripping
So
us
good.
anymore. We're run by this
I
country.
heard about that tomorrow, but I didn't see it.
So, President, in Israel,
Two questions. One is about Intel. There have been reports that you're considering taking a stake in Intel. Can you tell us
About the
that?
10%?
About the 10%.
Yeah, I met a man
Infantino
who's a
has
very
to
nice
stand
man.
there on the right.
Because
I
saw
fucking
something
stand there for that money,
man
bro.
named
I'll
Tom
stand there
Senator
all
from
fucking night
Arkansas. He's a great guy, friend of mine, supporter of
with a
mine.
big smile on my face, a bigger smile than he's
He
got.
wrote a pretty nasty story about the head of Intel.
By the way, please feel free to donate if you're enjoying what you're watching. It really helps me. Links in the top right.
Saw me, we talked for a while.
Read
I
your
liked
comment
him.
out live.
Very good. I thought he was somewhat a victim, but you know, nobody's a total victim, I guess. And I said, you know what? I think the United States should be given 10% of Intel. And he said, I would consider that. I said, well, I'd like you to do that because Intel has been left behind, as you know, compared to Jensen and some of our friends, NVIDIA, some of the people and the people in, because Intel should have never been. Intel was the biggest, most powerful chip company in the world. And then they started.
Elon was wearing that hat not too long ago, right?
Countries, in particular Taiwan.
What the fuck happened,
And if
yo?
we had a president that would have said, okay.
Oh,
you
slubs, mate. Slubs is like the opposite of this, man.
tariff or 200 or 300 or 500% tariff. Anybody that sells into the United States has to pay. They wouldn't have left. They would have never left, and we wouldn't have. So in the meantime, we had people that were, in some cases, good politicians that weren't good on trade. I loved that man, but he was not good on trade. I totally disagreed. He allowed the car industry to be taken out of this country. We lost 50% of our car industry. But that's all coming back. It's all coming back. But if somebody would have said that with Intel, would be a giant right now. Now, with that, they've had some bad management over the years, and they got lost. And I said, I think you should pay us 10% of your company. And they said, yes. That's about $10 billion. I don't get it. This comes to the United States of America. And I said, I think it would be good having the United States as your partner. He agreed. And they've agreed to do it. And I think it's a great deal for them. And I think it's a great deal. He walked in wanting to keep his job, and he ended up giving us $10 billion for the United States. So we picked up $10 billion. And we do a lot of deals like that. I'll do more of them. If somebody has, like we have restrictive covenants with Jensen. We have, it's NVIDIA. And to unrestrict the covenant, nothing to do with losing our powers or military or anything, because that I wouldn't do. But there are things you can do that don't affect us, that actually help us. And if we're going to give somebody a free out, a restricted covenant, we have a strong restrictive covenant on certain industries. And I will absolutely give somebody a opening on a to do a lot of business, which is good for us, as long as it doesn't hurt us in a security or military way. And if I do that, I think the country should be paid, because anybody else, I have it in real estate where I'll have a deal with somebody and I'll have them restrictive covenant. Then they'll come back and they'll say, I'd love to be able to build over here, but I'm not allowed to because you have me covered, you have me restricted. I say, I'll let you build over there, but pay me a lot of money. No different. But the country never did it because the country was run by foolish people.
On PC Drive, you said Chicago might be next. Are you making, have there been concrete steps that the administration is taking to do that? Or what are other cities as well?
I haven't spoken to them. He's grossly incompetent. I haven't spoken to the mayor. No, when we're ready, we'll go in and we'll straighten out Chicago, just like we did D.C. Chicago is very dangerous, great place. I built great stuff there. I have the most beautiful building in Chicago, I think. But I hate to see what's happened to Chicago. Chicago was our greatest city, actually. Bob Tisch, a great friend of mine, passed away. He used to own the Giants and very successful Lowe's. He said Chicago, I think they had their main office in Chicago. He said Chicago and San Francisco are the two greatest cities in the world. Now you look at what the Democrats have done to San Francisco. They've destroyed it. I own a big chunk of the Bank of America building in San Francisco. And, you know, it's just different. We can clean that up too. We'll clean that one up too. No, if everything works out, and we've already had calls from other cities, quiet calls from Democrats. We'd love you to come here because they've lost control of their cities. I'm not going to say because I don't want them to lose their elections. But we've had calls from Democrats and calls from people generally. We'd love you to come here because we'll straighten out the problems.
Mr. President, in Israel, the families of hostages are opposed to the reoccupying of Gaza. Why is the U.S. still
Well, not
supporting
all of them. And you have to understand, I'm the one that got all of the hostages out. You got a lot of people out. If it wasn't for me, they wouldn't be out. I worked with Bibi and I worked with Steve Woodcock.
Trumpster.
But if it wasn't for me, you would have all these hostages would most likely be dead right now.
Mate, LA, fucking... Can he go in there and do that to LA? I would love that.
I come in groups of 10, 12, 13, and many of them, and I've gotten to know a lot of them. They're great people. What they had to go through is incredible. But so now they have 20, but the 20 is actually probably not 20 because a couple maybe aren't around any longer. It's a terrible thing. No, I don't like anymore. I said, you know, when you get down to 20, they're not going to make deals anymore. And they didn't. And then I put out a statement, as you know, that was a tough statement, go in and get them. And they said, we'll give you 10, we'll give you 10. I don't know what Israel's doing, but they were willing now immediately to give us another 10. The situation has to end. It's extortion and it has to end. And we'll see what happens. I actually think they're safer in many ways if you went in and you really went in fast and you did it. And people can't forget October 7th, remember that. I'm friendly with all groups. I won the Arab vote in Michigan. I did so great with the Arab vote, remember? I started off at 0, I ended up winning. I wouldn't say the candidate was the greatest, but I would have won against anybody. They're great people. But we have to do things properly. And you know, I'm very proud to say I got the hostages out. You have hundreds of people that are living now because of me. And now we have that final little group of people. And Hamas knows that if they get
right, Slavs,
probably the end of their lives. So it's not easy to get.
Can you imagine how good that would be if America basically conquered the UK? Oh my God. And like, then the UK, the Constitution applied to the UK.
Good job.
Right, the business would fucking...
We're doing everything we can to get the
load.
Thank you all very much. Yes?
So Jackson Hole, Jay Powell today said, he suggested that they might cut interest rates, but they never proceeded.
Well, we call him too late for a reason. He should have cut him a year ago. He's too late. You know, we have a stock market that's up 1,000 points today. I better be careful because I'll go out there and I'll see it's down 1,000, right? But it's up 1,000 points when I came in here. We have a country that the market's the hottest it's ever been. The country's better than it's ever been. We have a military that I rebuilt largely in my first term. We had a great, successful first term, but this is going to be even better. But we rebuilt it. We gave a lot of it away to Afghanistan, but relatively small compared to the...
Speaking of Canada,
I think it was
Canada to drop many of its retaliatory tariffs on the US. Bro, Mark Kearney's, whatever his fucking name is, absolutely
people, but it's
screwed.
really hundreds of people were killed. And they don't talk about the 48 that were so severely wounded with no legs, no arms, nobody ever mentions them except me. But that was the worst day, the most, it just showed how incompetent. Frankly, if that didn't happen, I really believe that you might not have had the problem with Russia. I think Putin was sitting there watching these stupid people running our country and said, this is a time to invade. It's, you know, this is a time. And then Biden made the statement, well, he can do a small incursion. When he said that, it was off to the races, right? When he said he can do a small incursion, remember that? I was surprised he knew the word incursion. I didn't think he had that good of a vocabulary. I want to thank everybody. It's very important to me and to everybody up here, the World Cup. And Johnny has been so incredible. I mean, he's really a great leader. I mean, to think, I said, Johnny, do it by phone. You don't have to come. No, he said, I'll come. and he flew all night long to be here and listen to this about how great we're doing in D.C. But he's a fantastic leader, and this will be your most successful World Cup ever. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you so much.
America win. Yeah, can we win it, Mr. President?
I don't know. That's I watch some of those teams go right. They go down that field. I don't know. But let me ask you: what chance does America have of winning?
Well, the home team always has a good chance to win. It depends how it
he's a good
starts. No, but it has some good
we have a
players.
shot. We have
Of course, you have a chance.
Will Bears be going to any of the games, Mr. President?
I'd love to have him. He'd love to. He's very tall. Maybe we could make him a goalie. The goalies are very tall now, right?
Yeah, goalies are very tall.
The goalies, well, he'd be a perfect goalie.
100%.
At his height, he'll be a great goalie.
Exactly.
So we'll put him with the American team. No, but
Goal.
do the Americans have a chance of getting into the quarterfinals?
Yes,
right?
definitely. No, the quarterfinal definitely. But then, as the tournament goes on with the public 250 years of United States, let's not forget, they will all feel energized about that.
It's amazing. The talent is really great when you watch these things. I went to the game 2 weeks ago, and it was a big upset. But you look at these people; the way they pass it. It's amazing, really amazing. It's a great art, right? It's a great talent.
It is incredible.
You know the expression.
Dude, there's so much BS being chat right now. I was listening.
He's the boss.
US has 0 chance of winning this thing.
We'll discuss that.
It's going to be great, and I think the American team is going to do well. I mean,
Trump called it a field. It's a pitch, bro.
Thank you so much.
And Infantino goes, yeah, you have a chance of winning because they want Americans to watch. There'll probably be empty stadiums, probably. Americans just don't like football.
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys. Keep moving. Thank you. Thank you guys.
The Trumpster.
Thank you, everybody.
Baby. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
So there we go. The special announcement, y'all. Trump makes an announcement from the Oval Office. What was it? It was about the World Cup. I can't even remember what the fuck the point was. What was the point? What was the point? It was the draw. The draw is going to take place in December, basically. I think that's what it was. Oh, no, it wasn't. No, it was tickets are going on sale on the 5th of September, I think. Oh, Lord of mercy. Well, yeah, so I learned today when the White House calls a press conference, it could be fucking anything. What the fuck? What was even the announcement? It was tickets are going on sale. Trump makes FIFA announcement. What was that? What were they even talking about? Trump makes announcement. Trump makes FIFA makes World Cup announcement. World Cup. It's about tickets. Trump makes World Cup ticket announcement from Donald Trump announces World Cup ticket. Announces when World Cup tickets go on sale. There, that's what it is. Yeah, because the president of FIFA gave Trump a massive ticket. Oh, Lord of mercy. I'm updating the video now with the proper title. Okay. What do you mean wrong? I have to check.
Milkitio makes ting says wait I wasn't paying attention why is the World Cup here? Slub says I like his hat. Slub says UK needs Trump now. Pertniello says, I wake up thankful every single day. Nuka Chronic says, America would be like the UK if Kamala won lol. Slub says that rat likes a backhander like his old boss Blatter. Pertniello says, Lympho that fry the hands bit killed me. Nuka Chronic says. Baron is 6'9" holy shit Lmao. Slub says 7 inches taller than me FFS. Slub says I don't trust Putin one bit. Slub says nuff respect Sir Donald. Milkitio makes ting says more than any other city in the world slow down lol. Nuka Chronic says. I hope Brandon Herrera gets Tony Gonzalez job as Texas congressman. Brandon is a real 2A supporter lol. Pertniello says. I saw a clip of Alex Jones saying he would have a mental breakdown in a month if he had this dude's workload. Slub says he's half Scottish too. Slub says and who do we have fucking traitor Starmer? Pertniello says. Add Los Angeles to the menu Mr. President. Slub says. Donald PLZ invade the UK. Milkitio makes ting says he's got his eyes in Canada first lol. Slub says he can talk. Equilibrium says. I good answer would be it's football anything is possible. Pertniello says. In Los Angeles it will be packed. Lots of Latin football fans. Slub says that was a good insight. Imagine doing all that lol. Slub says Biden Wolder shat himself fell asleep and went out the wrong exit lol. Milkitio makes ting says Lmao Mida is leaving California I bet he'll be pissed that he's missing it. Slub says wrong.
What's wrong? Bruh. Pub, are we playing Night Rain? What are we doing? Right. Maybe I should try and go to sleep. I feel terrible, man. When am I going to feel better? I want to feel better. Maybe if I lie down, I can go to sleep. Yeah. Okay. Okay. There you go. The Trumpster special announcement. World Cup tickets.
Pertniello says. Work 4 more hours. It'll be on this weekend.
Okay.
I heard the new ones are really well done.
Okay, cool. Tickets are going on sale.
Milkitio makes ting says what like right here lol.
Tickets are going on sale in September. Yeah.
Slub says have a cheeky cry wank.
Oh no, that's not what it is. No, I knew that already, the draw. Oh, okay. So hang on. This is what the news is. People thought it's going to be announced in Las Vegas, the draw, but it's going to be on at the Kennedy Center. Okay. Interesting. That's why they're talking about Washington, D.C. so much. That's so funny. Like Trump, oh my God. You know what I mean? So Trump, I think he probably changed the venue where the draw's going to be announced just to draw more attention to him fixing DC. He's a fucking absolute genius. Just use it, mate. Use it like FIFA boss uses votes from shady countries who are paid off to line his pockets. Oh, Lord of mercy. Donald Trump announces World Cup draw. December the 5th. Okay, that's the story. Cheeky cry wank. I wish, bro. I wish. Milky doesn't know what cry wank is. Only an Englishman understands that. Okay. See you later, everyone. Have a great Friday. And I'll be back tomorrow, probably. Good night. Bye.